first, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and a yard. First run now for Kyren Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They'll set up to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
First down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here we go on second and 12. And this one quickly to land. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. To the ground with Williams. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup at 12. First and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's a
Nolan
10-yard
Smith
loss.
brings him down on the pass
Second and
rush.
20 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw here. Left side to Lamb. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Eagles nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Up to God, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, spot it right in midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second and 9 now. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Donovan Ezeraku in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It's 2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
The Eagles' 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCaffrey running up the middle. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys! Christian McCaffrey, 38 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Down the left sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 44 yards.
For the Eagles, 1st down. A pickup of 44 yards on the play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Take Bigsby. 30 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that and not bad at all? I think you earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2, your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9.
They'll drop to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll give it to Harris on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Smith in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw.
He dumps it off to Barkley. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts with career touchdown number 60. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. Elliott on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
At the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Barkley, inside handoff. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up.
Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 33, here's second down and 5.
They'll set up to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So matching field goals here to begin this 3rd quarter of play, and we are tied again.
And this is how it's been all game long, very much like a boxing match. Each team counterpunching each other, neither gaining a clear advantage.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10.
Shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, What are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
To Barkley on the check down. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A first down carry for Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 40 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, but my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Cowboys 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Second and 3.
Second down and 3. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll try to run to McCaffrey. And a nice
job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Williams.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll go with the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that will tie us at 24.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Savon Rebel.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. That 2nd down play, that's a -4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They run it again with Williams. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson,
52 yards.
and the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Eagles 31, Cowboys 27. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Now 2nd and 9. Hurts.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
166 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up.
The kicker on for the
one of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass complete. Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Now Hurts changing up the play. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant, Dotson.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back under them, they'll head to the exits, and I think they'll probably be muttering a few choice words along the way, too. How did that happen?
I don't know. They certainly thought overtime was on the horizon, bracing for overtime. We were, too, and we may want to wait a little bit before heading for the exits, let that parking lot clear out a bit.
Maybe there's a later flight we can catch.
That might be a good idea. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.